Netflix's adaptation of Wednesday is reaching meteoric levels of fame, and rightfully so. While there's all this success, there's some bad press, too. Fans are outraged at Tim Burton and some misleading promises he made. Stick around and find out what about Wednesday has made fans this angry. Why is the show receiving backlash? It was only shortly after the release of Wednesday that social media users and some critics began making racist accusations against the series and executive producer Tim Burton, who also directed 4 episodes. This was due to the series' questionable decision to cast the show's few black actors as bullies or villains. All 3 of the show's main or recurring black actors, Joy Sunday, Imam Marson, and Tommy Earl Jenkins, followed this pattern. Sunday plays Bianca, a Nevermore student, while Jenkins and Marson play Noble and Lucas Walker, a father and son duo. Apart from the director being called out as racist, fans are also mad at the queerbaiting. Wait, it doesn't end here. Apparently, Ortega filmed on set while she had COVID. Big yikes. Who was the mean girl of the show? The New York Post reports that Burton's Wednesday has racial undertones that fans have noticed. The most pressing issue is the portrayal of the series' black characters. Fans are appalled by the manner in which Joy Sunday's character Bianca is written, despite the show's diverse cast and a Latin Wednesday. Enid claims that in the series, Bianca is the closest thing Nevermore has to royalty. She exudes an air of elitism and is a siren. However, the audience was of the opinion that Burton's Wednesday portrayed Bianca as the mean girl who despises Wednesday due to her vastly divergent views. Bianca tries to change Wednesday's attitude. You know, how she just doesn't care and does what she wants. Well, Bianca decides that it's time for Wednesday to change, and she will be the boss of that. In addition, it is revealed that Bianca tricked her way into Nevermore by using her siren powers to control and coerce other people. She agrees to assist her mother's cultish Morning Star group, which uses manipulation to defraud clients under the guise of teaching them self-help in an effort to conceal her actions. Xavier's interest in the spooky teen was also something that Bianca was unhappy about. Apart from Bianca's character, fans were dissatisfied in other ways as well. Surprisingly, there wasn't just one mean black character. Which other black characters were painted as villains? We get why Burton's being accused of racism. The accusations could have been put to the side had he portrayed only one black character as the villain. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. The black mayor is also shown to be corrupt in the Netflix series as his past cover-ups come to light. To exacerbate the situation, fans were unglued about the mayor being the proprietor of the town's Pilgrim World. Fans thought it was a strange choice. Additionally, the mayor's son, Lucas, is one of the series' most notorious bullies, and he frequently crosses paths with Wednesday. He even tries to get Enid to go to the Raven in order to help his friends get back at the outcasts. The fact that Lucas and Noble own a theme park and museum dedicated to the memory of colonizers and pilgrims is even more absurd. John Cornejo, a consultant on racism, noted how foolish and idiotic it was that a black mayor praised genocidal colonizers and pilgrims. It also demonstrates how Afrigo and Miles Millar, who created the series, wrote the characters as if they were white, though they went ahead and cast black actors in the roles. Did they even consider how their racial backgrounds might have affected their beliefs and values? As the series moves forward, these characters band together to assist Wednesday in her missions, which somewhat removes the racist connotations. Is the character of Wednesday racist? The online debate regarding whether Wednesday is actually racist has been sparked by these allegations. After all, it's not racist just to have a black actor play a villain. In addition, throughout the course of the show, Lucas and Bianca both experience development. Apart from just being labeled as a bully, Bianca is a particularly complex character with deep layers to her. However, the fact that Burton has a history of racism definitely raises the question of whether or not the casting decisions were accidental. The question of whether or not Wednesday is racist is ultimately largely open to interpretation. However, it is abundantly clear that Burton has in the past made remarks that were racially charged, and that he rarely portrays black characters in his films. In light of this, the alleged racism that occurred in Wednesday should not be dismissed too quickly. Does Burton really have a history of racism? As we all know, Burton is not really known for casting black actors in his movies. In fact, it's quite the opposite. His cast rarely ever consists of black actors. Burton's work infrequently features black actors, as is known. For instance, there was only one black actor in The Nightmare Before Christmas and Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. In the latter, the antagonist was played by Samuel L. Jackson, and in the former, a villain named Oogie Boogie was played by Ken Page. Burton claimed that minorities simply weren't called for in his work when asked about the lack of diversity in his films. That is a sad turn for a movie producer who cast Billy D. Williams as Harvey Imprint, Two-Face, and Batman. He at first wanted to make Williams Dent a significant antagonist in Batman Returns, and cast Marlon Wayans as Robin in Batman Returns before Warner Brothers nixed both. It seems as though Mr. Burton has a habit of expressing racist behavior only to later on deny it with ridiculous excuses. Do better, sir. It's 2022. How safe did Netflix play in regards to Wednesday's sexuality? Burton's Wednesday fell victim to the well-known teen cliché of the icy Wednesday Addams falling into a love triangle, much to the dismay of some fans. She has to deal with the stress of not knowing how to cope with someone else's feelings for her. In Wednesday, while some fans were in awe of Xavier and Tyler, some saw a missed opportunity for an LGBTQ story. Fans noticed a natural spark between Enid and Wednesday, according to them. As the series progressed, they developed a rocky friendship, but fans couldn't help but see them being together. This was especially felt by viewers in the finale, when Wednesday and Enid hugged after saving Nevermore failed. Wednesday has been an LGBTQ icon since the Addams Family franchise, but the topic was not addressed in the show. When Xavier and Wednesday meet at the Harvest Festival, the show only slightly hints at the possibility. He inquires whether she is expecting a boy or a girl. The LGBTQ thread is cut after the scene, and Wednesday, Tyler, and Xavier begin their complicated story. The only significant representation of the LGBTQ community on Wednesday was in Eugene's family. However, even then, the series rarely features his two mothers. Ortega and Emma Myers made a joke in an interview with Elite Daily that while filming, they would always say, "and they were roommates," which suggests a romantic chemistry between roommates is popular on TikTok. And that's all that needs to be said. I think that gets the message across, Myers explained. Seems like Netflix hyped fans up but never fulfilled their promise, what we wouldn't have done to see a little queer action on the show. The more the representation, the better. Did Netflix use queerbaiting to hype up the show? For those of you who don't know what queerbaiting is, don't worry, we've got you covered. The term queerbaiting has been existing for decades. It talks about a very specific kind of marketing scheme when media is advertised to LGBTIQ+ audiences to make money from their participation. But what really happens is they don't live up to their promise of representing queerness. In the traditional sense, queerbaiting is not a storytelling trope. Did Netflix use this scheme for Wednesday? It seems as though this is exactly what they did, and fans were certainly not happy about this. Here's what happened. The way Netflix promoted the potential LGBTQ story for Wednesday had fans in a frenzy. As per NME, a piece of Netflix's advertisement paving the way to the series incorporated a banner of the title with "day" removed. Instead, it said "Wednesgay." Additionally, a video of drag queens transforming into their own versions of Wednesday Addams was uploaded to the streaming platform. However, when Pop Crave criticized Netflix for concealing tweets that suggested the character was gay or a lesbian, chaos ensued. Even more so after the show aired, many fans found the situation to be ironic. Enid's overall plot could also be a metaphor for a coming-out story, according to fans. In her family, she's the only werewolf who cannot shift. Enid's mother gives her brochures about special camps to help her wolf escape during the family weekend at Nevermore. Her common phrase, "wolf out," according to fans, has a different connotation than the supernatural. What is with all this wordplay in Wednesday? First, it was the episode titles, but that's something we appreciate. Shying away from queerness, though, that's something fans certainly do not appreciate. Should Netflix be pardoned with queerbaiting? The distinction between the audience for a particular piece of media and the media itself is becoming increasingly hazy. Fandom has always been seen as a way to make money. As a result, there are merchandise and conventions. However, a fandom's ability to influence media has increased, for better or worse, thanks to social media. As a result, it should come as no surprise that major businesses like Netflix have used fan language to promote their content. The viral Netflix tweet of "the opposite attracts storyline we needed" has fans questioning as to who we really are here. Fans frequently use the meme format "this is the blank we needed" to praise aspects of their favorite media. Fans use the term "we" to refer to both themselves and other fans. However, when Netflix uses fan language and refers to an event as Wednesgay, with the backing of its multi-million-dollar partnership, we observe a cynical self-congratulation that serves scraps with the conviction of serving a feast. Given that Netflix has repeatedly canceled a number of openly LGBTIQ+ shows, this is especially upsetting for fans. First Kill, One Day at a Time, I Am Not Okay With This, Merry Happy Whatever, Trinkets, Teenage Bounty Hunters, and Sense8 are just a few of the series that Netflix has pulled from the air over the past few years. Considering the set of experiences, maybe Wednesday Season 2 could be a definitive mark of the show's queerness, but we'll just have to wait and see. There are, after all, some queer themes and minor characters, so it's possible to argue that the show wasn't queerbaiting. Eugene's gay mothers and Enid's awkwardly overt allegory of conversion therapy are an indicator of that. However, the series would not change if these were removed from the story because they are so insignificant. We'll give Netflix a chance to live up to their promise in Season 2, but fans are still extremely upset about the wrongful advertisements, and rightfully so. Was Jenna battling COVID during filming? Fans were in a frenzy when they found out that Ortega was battling COVID during filming. We certainly share the same sentiments. It's been 2 years since COVID ruined our lives. We know better by now as to how one needs to be isolated if infected. Fans were not so mad at the actress herself. After all, how much say could she have as compared to Burton and the rest of the team? The production team cleared up the issue later on, addressing that as soon as Ortega's test results were confirmed to be positive, she was sent home from the set. While that's something we can slightly appreciate, the actress shouldn't have been allowed to come back on set if she was already feeling sick. Better keep in check next time, Netflix. Overall, the anger of fans seems pretty valid to us, and we can only hope that Netflix can make up for their shortcomings in the next season. Like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.